I think if there's anything that really like makes me sad right now is that having to recognize that this chapter of something that was really good, like good times and good memories, that chapter, fully acknowledging that it's over and it's closed. And now I look back on it as the past.
Hi. I don't know what you hope to hear when you clicked on this video. You're probably wondering, is she going to talk about getting rejected by jobs, getting rejected by school, getting rejected by friends, or getting rejected by someone she liked? Well, it's all of them. Though this feeling of rejection has been recently triggered by someone I was close to and someone I had feelings for. And yeah, it's been rough, to say the least, and I'm still processing it. But I wanted to open up and share this journey with you guys because I want to normalize the state of being rejected. Qualities of, like being human, really. We all go through it. So today I want to share a little piece of that with you and share how I've been currently overcoming it.
Literally sitting in the passenger seat of my car to try to get my thoughts straight. Basically, I got rejected.
I face rejection pretty much once a week, if not more, because I work as an actor. I audition for roles on average once a week. And you know what? I am basically rejected every single time. And yeah, that sucks. It's a reality that all actors have to come to face with. The worst part, I think, is that you don't ever hear back. You literally send your audition tape in, no matter how amazing it is, and you expect to be ghosted. That is literally the Hollywood standard. It's sad, isn't it? If there's anything that I took away from 5 years of doing that, you can't take it personally. You really can't. You have to let go of the things that you have no control over. There are just so many things beyond your skills and your audition tape. So much of it is just pure luck. I've gotten rejected by a huge Netflix TV series lead role because I looked a little too old and I was a little too tall for the opposite male lead. There is absolutely nothing I can do to change that, and I wouldn't do anything to change that because that means I will want to change myself for this opportunity, and I would never do that, and I hope you never do that. Netflix or not, do not ever change yourself for something or someone else. Change has to come from within, or else it will fall apart in the long run.
Because I thought I was gonna cry. I wanted to bring tissues with me. Halfway through coming here, I realized I didn't bring tissues. So I literally ran to the washroom so I could get toilet paper. Literally, I put a bunch of these in my bag. And I didn't end up needing to use any of them. So I guess that's a good thing.
One of the most anxiety-inducing and stressful periods of my life has been the last 3 years of my university life. I spent a whole year trying to figure out how to transfer majors. And after a year of talking to so many different people who would not talk to each other, so I have to be the middleman, and getting, hey, I think you can transfer from all of these people, and then applying for a transfer, and then a year later getting rejected. That was just a huge blow to all of the logistical nightmares I had to go through to try to find a better way to graduate. I was like, holy shit, what do I do? And I talked to Advice Day and I talked to people from admissions, and all of that dragged on for like another month or two until I finally got accepted. After all of that was over, 2 years later, I tried to complete my degree in a new faculty, and then I get rejected from graduation. Just that 3-year period of time was so frustrating and so stressful because all of the things that I did in hopes of getting admitted, in hopes of graduating, in my eyes were correct. I really felt like I did everything I could to meet the requirements, to figure out what it is that I need to prepare to get accepted, and I still got rejected. This is so stressful to talk about. I don't ever want to live through that again. And then after the rejection from graduation, that went into a whole fiasco of again talking to different people, and we finally figured it out. If there's something that I really took away from that, it's that sometimes you might have misunderstood something. You might have misunderstood institutions' requirements. You might have misunderstood whether or not this other person understood what you were saying. You might have assumed that you've communicated everything from your part, but you don't know that the other person has received exactly what you communicated. I would say that single piece of what is basically miscommunication has affected so much of my school life, and I wish I could go back and just make things extra clear for myself and for the other people involved in that situation. And I think this ties into relationships as well. When it comes to rejection, you might have misunderstood the other person's values. You might have misunderstood how compatible you are. You might have misunderstood whether or not you two are on the same page about what you're working towards. When you feel rejected, it's almost as if your values are being rejected because they were just not the same as the other person's to begin with.
I feel less hurt than I thought I would feel. I think the real rejection really happened a while back already, but I just came back from talking about it. And I don't want to actually get into detail of everything and what it like, because that part doesn't matter. I just want to be able to document what it is that I'm currently going through because of a rejection.
We don't really talk about rejections from friends, but they exist. And usually they don't come in the form of,
hey, I don't like you, let's not be friends.
It's usually you realizing, hey, this other person doesn't care about me as much as I care about them. And I feel rejected because there isn't the sense of reciprocation of the feelings that I have for them. And this rejection really hurts because, we feel attached to this person. And when they communicate that they don't really want you, it translates in our head into, I'm not worthy of being wanted. I hope what I just said set a little bell in the back of your head that just went like ding 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 ding. Because the statement, I'm not worthy of being wanted, puts power in the other party. The state of being wanted is not controlled by you. It's controlled entirely by the other party. And by giving that power to the other party, you are allowing your own worth to be evaluated by someone else. Now, this might sound a little controversial, but I don't think having your worth being evaluated by someone else is a bad thing. I think having your worth being evaluated by one other person is a bad thing. What I mean is, different people will evaluate your worth differently. You could have been rejected by someone you really liked who didn't value you that much, but I promised you, there will be somebody else out there who will value you at a much, much higher worth. So don't give that power to one person. It is all relative at the end of the day. So find the people who will value you at your true worth.
I think if there's anything that really makes me sad right now is that having to recognize that this chapter of something that was really good, fully acknowledging that it's over. And now I look back on it as the past. It's sad to honestly lose what I felt like was a friendship too. I don't think necessarily that I'm gonna lose this friendship completely. It's just right now. I have to first shut it close before I can start something new with this person that's not attached to all of these feelings that I've had. I have to shut it close and let it go before I can start something new.
Ooh, okay. This one's rough. It feels way too close to home right now. You need to accept it. It's real. It's not changing. It is never going to change. No matter how much you play back the memories, the things that could have happened, the things that you should have done, nothing you do or could have done will change where you are right now. I am a huge believer on how things that are meant to be will happen and things that aren't meant to be will not happen. You are meant to be here right now, exactly in your current state. So accept it. And you know what's going to help you accept it? Vocalize it. Talk about the rejection. Your feelings of heartbreak, of disappointment, of anger, of frustration, of worthlessness. Whether or not you vocalize them, they exist. You can suppress them and minimize them and try to distract yourself, but they exist. They are in you. So, get it out. Find a way to get it out. Tell a friend, write it down, make a goddamn YouTube video. I am literally making this YouTube video to help me come to terms with it, okay? Being able to vocalize all of this helps me process. So do whatever you need to get it out of your system. You are offloading all of those emotions that you're bottling inside of you. Keep talking about it. Keep talking about it until one day you realize, oh my God, this is so stupid. I don't want to spend any more energy talking about this rejection, talking about this heartbreak, talking about this person. That's when you realize you've overcome it.
Having to look back on all of this and recognize that it's no longer the present. That's, I think, the roughest thing. It's just dealing with loss, right? And I think that's a completely fair and justified feeling moment to go through. I just want to share that with you all. Like, I just want to be able to show everyone that this is normal. Every single one of us can be human, and this is what humans go through.
If you're going through rejection right now, know that you're not going through it alone. I am right there, right beside you. And I know that over time, this current state that we're in will become a distant memory. I am waiting for that to happen as much as you're waiting for that to happen. But right now, we need to close that chapter and we need to look at it like it's the past. And we will eventually start walking forward. And I believe that you and I will both start walking forward.
우회전 taking a right to join a late 눈치 보면서 들어가야 할 때 찾아 나머진 바빠 개설레임 바꾸는 사람들 시간만 지나가 자신감 가지고 해와 그냥 천천히